Hello Aquarius, I hope you well. So welcome to your general tarot card reading for February, Aquarius. I'm just looking at your cards and wow, so let's begin. So the Feb going to start with you with the Star, Five of Wands, Three of Swords, Page of Swords, then you have a Four of Wands, the Magician, Sun, Seven of Pentacles. The Hangman here in this reading for you, it's all about what to focus on, the best way forward. And then is additional commentary, and this additional commentary is a rune called Diera. It means year, basically, and it's referring to passage of time, seasons changing, and basically things need time. So with the Star over here, I think because Star is representing you, Aquarius, this is very interesting because the overall message here for you, Aquarius, it's all about you need to be patient. Things are indeed requiring a little bit more time. But it's all about things that are kind of happening around you. Basically, the way how I feel this, and that how this entirety, when I look at those cards, you have to consider your surroundings. I don't know if that's your friends, family, work environment, you name it. I think you prefer much more cooperation than competition. And I think for some of you, you might feel you're not being heard, noticed, or it's too much kerfuffle, it's too much effort to kind of keeping those things afloat or moving. And the Star it's all about you realizing what is it that you truly want, who you are, and what your goals and aspirations are, and letting go certain things, because I think you might have become somebody else, or you wanted to put on this kind of persona of somebody else in order to fit in, or being kind of more business-like. That's how I feel, but it's not really you, because you are kind of, you're being you, and you are happier when you can be true to yourself. And I think there's an issue here. I have a feeling that you might feel restricted, confined by the norms, confined by this sort of way of being, and this is urging you to look into it and reconsider. But nevertheless, when we're going to dissect those cards, the Star is talking about becoming aware of yourself, because you see she's kneeling here, she's naked, she doesn't see her reflections, the ripples, she's pouring for those two jugs of water. Behind her is the Phoenix, and there's this Star is very much linked with the symbolism and energy of the number 8. So because of it, is you have to clearly understand yourself, your needs, and who you are. Moreover, I would say you'll be happier if you'll be in a leadership position, or doing something where you kind of you have a more freedom to take executive decisions, or being in control. That's what is coming through. And what you need, you also need some kind of emotional stability as well. That's what is coming for the Star, with the Star. And the Five of Wands, it's Five of Wands is about the struggle, it's about the competition, it's about the conflict. It's kind of different kind of conflicts that we see in the Five of Swords, but this is kind of conflict where you have to fight for setting up your boundaries, you have to kind of show your worth, you have to believe in yourself, you have to kind of go for it. It's representing this kind of, you know, challenge and strive and opposing energies, and also agitation over here. So and this is not really you, because Three of Swords is saying, you know, first of all, that takes quite a lot of out of you. You know, it's not to say you're not capable of doing it, but you know, the fact that you can do it, it doesn't mean you should be doing it. And it's to kind of understand for you what is it that you really want, and if that is to do with your work environment, I guess you have to ask yourself, do you really have to go through all this hopes, and is this really necessary? But this is kind of for you to consider that, you know, we all make some kind of life choices over here. But with those Five of Wands, I would say more is coming through, and I feel it very strongly. It's about you keeping the positive attitude, because this situation might worry you off a little bit. So don't invest in any shape or form into the situation on emotional level, because that's going to kind of drain you, and it's going to make you feel dissatisfied. And we have those Three of Swords over here. Those Three of Swords might be representing for some of you betrayal, and we have a Page of Swords, so there may be someone who is instigating this kind of situation. There's someone who out of spite doesn't like you. There's some kind of conflict. That might be everything from work, from a child, because the Page of Swords is also indicating someone who is younger, someone who is a troublemaker, someone who in this reading it looks like stirring things, but this is spiteful. This is out of fear, jealousy, not knowing better, basically what is coming. It's about not knowing better. About those Three of Swords, they're talking about some kind of rupture, they're talking about absence, you know, depression, division, separation, unhappiness, and some kind of confusion as well. And as you can see, this is kind of showing this element of hurting, and because the clouds above this heart, this is showing very strong connection between what you think, how you think, how you feel, kind of thing. So this is also urging you to kind of reconsider your way of thinking. And with this Page of Swords, it might be someone, in this particular case, I just feel they're troubled. I wouldn't say unhinged, but I think their decision of thinking is almost like ill-informed, if that is I feel it's a person. And it doesn't have to be younger in terms of age, emotionally. Someone, you know, we have our you know, cognitive intelligence, we have our emotional intelligence, and we have our executive intelligence. We're talking about someone whose thought process and emotion is kind of it's clear but distorted by emotions. So kind of there's this kind of dissidence taking place, and I heard dissidence, so I'm going to stick to dissidence. But also the Page of Swords might be indicating some kind of wow, I feel it as a delays, or what I heard, it was unreasonable demands as well. So somebody doesn't know how long certain things are going to take, or how long, what is needed to achieve certain things. It's just something about being unreasonable. And then we have the Four of Wands. And I really like Four of Wands because they are, you see, they nicely go with the Magician. They both have yellow backgrounds, and you have Sun and you have the Seven. So things, you know what, if for some of you it's going to be about moving, starting a new job, starting a new skill, go for it. But if we are talking about, because Four of Wands is representing this kind of threshold going through, is representing growth because of these floral display over here. The castle is representing security, but this is basically representing some kind of positive improvement. It might be representing some kind of celebration, it might be a family gathering or celebration, but it might be also representing you being invited, and this invitation might be from seeing your friends to the job interview and going through that threshold, being welcomed. And because there's a bridge in the background, this is also indicating this kind of overcoming of difficulties, moving away. And then you have a Magician. And Magician is all about, for me, the way how he stands, some kind of conscious choice. And that conscious choice, because for one, the Magician is standing on a yellow background, but also the Sun, and Sun is being considered the most conscious being within our solar system. Without Sun, nothing exists. We don't even have a solar system. So, and because you have a Magician just below the Five of Wands over here, he's talking about focus will, creation, realizing that everything is possible, and self-confidence. So you might be gaining your own self-confidence as well. And with the Sun, when Magician stands next to the Sun, he is also representing love, falling in love, or they're talking about very masculine energy here, and very positive masculine energy, something that is making you strive for something, that is desire, this is this growth, this is this epiphany of something. So this is very nice combination, and I really like it. And both Magician and the Sun, they represent the principle of one, but in different aspects, because 1 plus 9, 19, 1 plus 9 is giving us 10, and 10 is giving us 1. So it's almost like Sun is like 2 aspects up to a certain degree above the Magician over here. But nevertheless, this is representing this beginning on different planes and realizing your true potential and how you can be happy by being you. And this is linking to the star, because you see the child in the Sun and the star, they're both naked. She has nothing to hide, but she doesn't realize, she's not realizing her full potential, but but with the star over here, you see, Aquarius, you're realizing that potential. You're happy. And this is talking about the happiness. This is talking about being able to be happy, to become you. So this might be representing success. They might be representing a good luck, overcoming some kind of difficulties. Whatever it is, it's a beautiful time. It's like great opportunity coming your way. And then you have 7 of Pentacles over here, and you have 7 Hangman, and you have Vera. So those 3 cards, those two cards and that rune, they're talking about waiting. And there is the emphasis on waiting here, and this is a very strong emphasis. And I'm not sure what has to come to the fold, but it feels it's like you have to, in order for this to happen, you have to let go of something. And the question is, are you ready? Because this suspension, this waiting, this transition really sits with you. So the question is, are you going to do it voluntary, or are you going to be forced? Also, the Hangman is talking about you examining your codependencies issue. You might have a codependency from something or someone, or you don't want to, I'm hearing cut loose, you don't want to cut loose something. There might be various different things here, because he is hanging, so that rope is representing attachment, and as long you have that attachment, you're not going to cut it off, you cannot get loose. So whatever it might be, and it's up to you, and it's your choice, and your eyes is indication of the passage of the time. So if you decided you're going to wait, you're going to wait. So that is really up to you. Whenever I think is, you have to feel ready for it, but also one getting thinking and going to do much. You have to, apart from mentally preparing yourself for certain things, you have to be also acting. And I think but I think it's Hangman is talking about mental preparation here as well. So Aquarius, I think that was very interesting reading. Have a smashing February, and bye for now. If this reading has resonated with you, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to go to my website www.tarotwithmishka.co.uk, or alternatively you can email me at mishka@tarotwithmishka.co.uk. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, just simply type in Tarot with Mishka. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.